Got to give a huge shout out to Elizabeth B. I don't want to butcher your last name, so I ain't gonna say it, all right? Anyhow, thank you. She wanted me to check out this child star, this Disney child star, China McClain, speaking on the evils in the entertainment industry. First time doing a video like this. Don't really know what to expect or to do in a video like this, but hey, let's give it a chance. And nonetheless,
you don't have to make others believe too, but I think there's a little bit of confusion, and I am going to hopefully clear it up for you today as to why I do it and why I make these videos.
Oh, okay. I didn't take it back to the very, very beginning, but she's pretty much, she introed by saying, people are always like, why are you so outspoken about God and always got to preach it to everybody else as opposed to keeping it in for yourself? And now she's starting to elaborate.
This analogy that I'm going to use today is one that my dad told myself and my family a long time ago, and it always stuck with me. Okay, so we're going to call it Michael McClain's snake in the yard analogy. Okay? So say we're best friends. You come over to my house and we chilling, right? We watching movies. We listening to music. And I got like art stuff spread out, so we drawing and painting and stuff. And then I remember, oh, shoot, I forgot to take my dog out. Just stay here. Let me take him in the backyard. I'll be right back. You're like, okay, cool. I leave you in the room painting. I take my dog downstairs, and I unlock the door. I'm like, come on, Cujo. And right when I'm walking out, what do I see? I see a snake in the yard.
I like how she reacted before she even announced it.
So I grab my dog, rush back inside, close, lock the door. And then I go back upstairs to my room where I left you. I see that you've gotten up and you're about to leave the room. And I'm like, wait, where are you going? And you're like, oh, I wanted to go to the backyard too, get some fresh air from these paint fumes. And I said, okay.
Oh man, where is this going?
I'll see you when you get back. So you go downstairs, you open the door, you head out there to get some fresh air, and oh, a snake bites you. So you throw it off of you, and you run back in the house, and you close the door, and you lock it, you run back upstairs to my room, and you starting to limp at this point. Your leg is hurting. And you're like, China, I just got bit. There's a snake in the yard. And I say, oh yeah, I know. I saw it when I was going to take my dog out.
Oh man, I would be pissed. I would be pissed. Because it's like, you knew that I had danger in front of me, and you being my friend allowed me to step into danger without giving me no type of, no warning or nothing. Acknowledge that you may not have known everything else may have been out there, but you knew about that snake. Man. A lot of people are like this. A lot of people. But more specifically, she's talking about the industry. I don't know how this is going to tie into that, but that was a strong... it was strong for me because I've witnessed that happen before multiple times. Somebody has the answer to a question, not something that you need to go through in life in order to have the revelation, just a hurdle that you just need to get past. The person is, your friend is sitting there with the answer for you to be able to advance, and just allows you to fall. That's not your friend.
What would your next statement be? China, why didn't you tell me?
Yep.
You saw me heading in that direction. I told you I was going in the backyard. Why didn't you tell me there was a snake back there? And I said, I don't know. I wasn't trying to force what I knew on you. So I just thought that you should learn for yourself, as we all should, you know, because I love you. So I was trying to give you that freedom. Does that make any sense? You wouldn't think that I actually loved you if I knew there was a snake in the yard. You told me, oh, I'm about to go to the backyard. And I just let you wander on back there.
Remember, I was just like friend.
Without warning you of the danger. Now, if you told me, oh, I'm going to the backyard to get some air, and I said, oh, no, don't go back there. I just saw a snake back there. Would giving you that information be forcing something down your throat? Forcing my beliefs on you? No, it's showing you that I love you and I care about what happens to you. I do videos talking about God to warn you about the snake in the yard. That's the point. I was headed in the backyard. By the grace of God, I got away from the snake before it bit me.
Notice he said she was in the yard, meaning she went through some sort of experience. And this is a metaphor, obviously, but she went through some sort of experience where something very similar happened. And she had to go through the yard without no warnings. And she just happened to make it out. Man, I like this analogy, man. Shout out to her pops. She seems like a very level-headed guy just from this one analogy here.
Now I see others heading towards the backyard. I know there's a snake back there. And so I'm just warning you and letting you know, yo, there is danger in that direction. And now you have a choice to make. It's as simple as that. You can either choose to be like, oh, heard you. I'm gonna go back the way I came. Or you're gonna choose to be like,
let me see.
China, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I'm gonna go back there anyway. Excuse me. Now notice, nowhere in my analogy, or Michael McClain's analogy, did I say that I was going to force you in the room and I was going to forcefully keep you from going in the backyard. That would be forcing something down your throat. I never said that. You your own person. You got free will. If you want to go in the backyard after I've told you that there's a snake back there, do your thing. You can go. You got to make your own decisions. But just warning you of the dangers. See, because I've been through certain things in my life, especially in the industry that I work in.
I think she about to dive into it right here. If y'all not familiar with her, man, I've seen her on Disney. I want to say she did some work with Tyler Perry. That's why I was introduced to her for initially. I can't remember exactly what it was though. Can't remember exactly. I know she was on Meet the Pains as well. So yeah.
So I know that God is real. And people can tell you all day, well, you don't know that. You don't know God is real. That's a belief. You don't know what I know. Only I do. If I ask you what your favorite color is and you say, oh, it's blue. And I'm like, you don't know that. Does that make sense? No, because only you know your experiences in life. Only you know what you know. Just like me. So I don't believe that God is real. I know God is real at this point, whether people believe that or not. That's the truth. Either way, I'm not going to force you to do nothing. Whatever decisions you make in your life ain't none of my business. They got nothing to do with me. But
I had myself muted. I can't be around people who like to force themselves or the ideologues on you. I just don't think that's right. I do believe that you should leave it out there for interpretation. Always, set the warnings out there for the people you care about, even the ones you don't care about. Okay, well, that came out wrong. But even the ones you don't closely care about, how about that? Meaning they're not in your immediate circle or anything like that. Warn them of the danger that's before them. I totally agree with that. Because, bro, like I wouldn't want to see one of my people just immediately walk into danger and I know. Come on, now.
But if I didn't tell you about the danger, I would not be showing you love or compassion. I would be showing you that I didn't give a crap about you.
Yeah.
And it's funny because this situation literally just happened. Our neighbor texted myself and my sisters and was like, I just saw a snake in my yard, so just wanted to let y'all know for your own safety and for your pet safety. Our neighbor did that because they have love in their heart. This is how I show you that I love you. I have gotten bullied more for talking about God than I ever have in my life. Public school wasn't this bad. Like, for real, I did not expect to have people straight up cussing me smooth out for doing these videos about God. And I've tried to do it respectfully. I don't know why I was shocked about that, though. It literally says in the Bible, it talks about how spreading the word of God is difficult. It's not easy. Jesus is my example. He is the one that I want to be like. I am not required to convert anybody in order to secure my eternity. I have accepted that Jesus paid the wages of my sin on that cross when he was crucified. I love God, and I love his son, Jesus Christ. And I try my best to live my life according to his word. I try my best. I already know where I'm going when I die. But what good is eternity in paradise if I have left a whole host of other people when I could have shared these things with you guys? And you could have maybe made it too. What good is that? What really did I change? The afterlife is the most important part. We don't know how long we're going to get down here on this earth. I could die tomorrow. If I warn you of the danger that I know is waiting down there, and you still choose to go in that direction, I'm not mad at you. I don't hate you.
I almost feel like she's speaking to somebody specifically. Somebody that that's not in front of the camera, and obviously she don't want to make that person known. Because she's constantly talking about, obviously she's talking about the backlash that she's been getting since she's been speaking out against God. Speaking out to people about her love for God. All right, cool. I had to figure out how to phrase that. But it seems as if she's trying to warn, she's trying to double down to somebody whom she tried to warn. Obviously, we know that she's in the entertainment industry. She had a previous video, or at least a previous clip I seen, where she was talking about how she was getting ready to leave some TV shows, cricket, and all that. I don't know. So it almost seems as if she's talking, like, again, I know I've repeated this a couple times, but it seems like she's trying to warn somebody specifically about something, and they're not trying to take heed.
It don't even affect me. But if you end up in trouble, just know that I tried because I love you. So you can't be mad at me. You can't blame me. And guess who else you can't blame? God. Because I've heard so many people say, I don't believe in God because he ain't never tried to show me no sort of sign. He's never tried to reveal himself to me or let me know that he cares or in any sort of way. I don't know. I ain't got nothing to work with here. Really? How'd you come in contact with this video? Did it pop up on your For You page or your home page randomly? Did a friend or a family member just happen to send it to you out of the blue?
Yep, that was my case.
I'm sorry for all the noise in the background. I don't know what is happening over there. Somebody mowing a lawn. It sounds like somebody shooting off firecrackers in that direction. I don't know what's going on, but just excuse the noise. If you don't want to watch my videos talking about God, I love you just the same. But for the people that do want to hear it, these videos are going to be here. Because in this dark world we're in, I've noticed a pattern in what is being represented. People think that this stuff is just a game. There is a reason why you see people dressed up as Satan. Not just, like Satan slipping himself in a little bit. No, full on visuals of.
Now, again, she's been in the industry. Obviously, she's still pretty young, but she's been in the industry since she was crazy young, 10 plus years at this point. So she's seen a lot of different things. That's why halfway through it, I'm like, it seems like she's speaking to somebody in code, but don't want to obviously make them known, Then she's bringing it to this point where she's talking about visually what we've been seeing. I've been seeing the devil pop. I've been seeing the devil pop up throughout the years, whether people call movies demonic, all this other type of stuff. In terms of entertainment, it's a tad bit different in terms of like watching a movie or trying to express yourself through your art to convey a certain type of message. Whether I feel uneasy about it, I do have to respect the fact that freedom is still there to be able to express yourself in that way. But outside of that, I have noticed, because I used to react to music all the time. In a lot of music videos specifically, it was just a lot of demonic stuff that seemed unintentional. And it seemed as if the artist was like, yeah, you know what, I want to make sure I do this in the video or how this as a B-roll shot, A lot of it does seem kind of manufactured from the person behind the camera, not in front.
Slipping himself in a little bit. No, full on visuals of Satan, people dressed as Satan, dressed as a demon, got upside down crosses all on their clothes or pentagrams on their clothes. And people are just like, oh, that's funny. It's, you know, we're making fun. No, there's a reason why the entertainment industry is doing that, y'all. They know good and doggone well that God exists. They also know that Satan exists. They're just counting on the fact that y'all don't know that. But either way, the things that you take in, that they're feeding you, those things affect you, whether you realize it in the moment or not. They
Totally agree. You gotta be very cautious of your mental diet. You gotta be cautious with what you decide to intake.
affect you. That's why they do it. Entertainment industry, it's about influence. I'm not going to sacrifice the honesty in order to be politically correct. I can say whatever I have to say with respect for all of you. But I'm going to say it. And I'm going to say it bluntly. All right, y'all. Bye.
Okay, cool. This was my first time actually seeing her in this light. Like I told you, I've always seen her under the umbrella of acting. And I'm not familiar with anything that she's been working on as of recent, but I definitely am. And I can't remember anything she worked on specifically when she was a kid outside of working with Tyler Perry. But I do know for a fact I've seen her do her thing. But yo, I love the way she kind of brought it all in at the end, because throughout the whole video, she was speaking on God and her love for God and how people want to kind of bring that light down, dim that light. And she says she's received the most flack since she went this route. But it also, on the flip side to me, it seems like she was just trying to warn the general public to obviously be yourself and well, not necessarily be yourself. I kind of stretched it there, but she was trying to send out the idea of who really has your back and who don't have your back, and then she brought it into the industry, pretty much saying like they know, but they're counting on us not knowing, so they capitalize off of that. Man. I feel like I need to say a prayer after that one. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Kings and queens, thank you. First of all, I gotta tell you thank you, and I appreciate you, because if you made it to the end of this video, that means you're seeing this right now. And let's be honest, how many of us usually make it to the end? I'm a little guilty myself sometimes. Anywho, by doing that, you've helped further this video in the algorithm. Now, if you want to take that support one step further, please smash that like button before you get up out of here. I'm gonna say thank y'all for the donations, thank y'all for the comments, thank y'all for the likes, thank y'all for the views and all the well wishes. I'm gonna push that energy back up on y'all. Last but not least, be safe, but go check on somebody today. You can quite literally be saving their life. Kingdom.